Valence is the ability of an atom to form a certain number of chemical bonds. For example, let's take a molecule of water. Schematically, one atom of oxygen attracts two atoms of hydrogen. And oxygen attracts atoms of hydrogen by or with the help of a common pair of electrons. And this common pair of electrons is one chemical bond. In the molecule of water, the atoms of hydrogen have one chemical bond. And the valence of hydrogen is 1. Oxygen has two common pairs of electrons or two chemical bonds. Therefore, 2 will be the valence of oxygen. Some chemical elements have a constant valence. Valence equals 1 shows hydrogen, lithium, sodium, potassium, thorium. Valence equals 2 shows oxygen, magnesium, calcium, barium, zinc. Valence equals 3 has aluminum and boron. This information can be obtained from the periodic table. In the first group, the atoms of chemical elements have one electron at the last energy level. This is a small number. You probably do not see it very well. Entering the chemical reaction, these atoms will give one electron from the last energy level. And therefore they will show a valence equal to 1. In the second group, the atoms of chemical elements have 2 electrons at the last energy level. And entering the chemical reaction, the atoms will give these 2 electrons. And they will show a valence equal to 2. You need to understand one simple thing. Entering the chemical reaction, the atoms will give or get electrons to their last energy level in such a way that by giving or taking electrons at their last energy level, 8 electrons were obtained. For the elements of the first and second groups, the atoms give electrons. For the elements of the sixth and seventh groups, the atoms will get electrons to their last energy level. Here the atoms will get 1 electron. In the sixth group, the atoms will get 2 electrons. And this is their valence. In the third group, boron and aluminum have 3 electrons at their last energy level. And they will give these electrons. Entering the chemical reaction, their valence is equal to 3. Consider examples. Hydrogen sulfide is a colorless gas that smells like rotten eggs. Just like in the water molecule, here the sulfur atom attracts 2 hydrogen atoms. And 1 sulfur atom forms 2 chemical bonds. And the valence of hydrogen will be equal to 1. The valence of sulfur is equal to 2. The next substance is calcium nitrate. Calcium has a constant valence. Multiply the valence of calcium by the number of atoms. And we get the total number of chemical bonds in the molecule. The same number of chemical bonds is divided by 2 nitrogen atoms. Divide, get 3. And it will be the valence of nitrogen. The next chemical compound is chlorine oxide. Oxygen has a constant valence. Multiply the valence by the number of atoms. Get the total number of chemical bonds in the molecule. The same number of chemical bonds is divided by 2 chlorine atoms. Divide the number of chemical bonds by the number of atoms. I get the valence of chlorine. That's all for today. Write questions in the comments. Bye, everyone.